Dr. Delgado, how does this make you feel in terms of how our teachers, our own administrators, and our staff are doing with RTSA, the Road to Success Academies?
Well, we're very proud of our successes, not only of our staff, but of our students in particular. But I also want to congratulate Diana and thank her for all the hard work that she's put into this, and the commitment and the support that she's put into our students and our teachers, and all that's a part of what's in order to make the Road to Success work. And so thank you, Diana, for your great work. And I've seen firsthand the enthusiastic responses of our teachers and administrators and staff to learn and implement this new program, because it takes a lot of work and a lot of planning. And it's been a thrill for me to see that the type of energy that teachers and administrators are putting into this. So, Diana, can you give us an update on where we are with the Road to Success?
Sure. First, Dr. Delgado, I want to thank you for your leadership, for being with us there every step of the way, and for making improvements at our juvenile court schools your top priority. That has been quite a role model for us. And as we continue the program, I'm excited to share that the students keep growing in their learning. We tested students for KC recently, and 10 out of the 11 students passed the KC test. We also had 6 GED testers pass, all 6 of them passed, so 100% passage rate. We also continue to test them every 60 days, and every 60 days they show us improvement in reading and math. We're now also hearing a lot of our students leave us and say that they want to pursue college. Many of them are enrolling in community colleges. So it's been incredible. It's a really exciting time for us. And I'm also very excited to share that we are going to roll out the Road to Success Academy model in 4 of our probation camps. So it will be rolled out at Gonzales, Miller, Munns Mendenhall, and McAuliffe Challenger. So in the 2014-15 school year, these sites will be fully engaged in this innovative instructional program that addresses the distinct needs of our students and our population within juvenile court schools.
So from your experience, Diana, you developed this out of a single program, but you've seen elements that can be replicated across other schools, other sites as well? Is that because you've seen the benefits? Is that why it moved you to kind of make sure that we actually take a successful program and begin to roll this into other areas as well?
Definitely. I think what we saw very quickly was, as I said, the engagement of students. When they see the relevance of the curriculum, our population really hooks on to that curriculum. And as a result, they are ready and willing to tackle complex text. And in doing that, every time they're learning and they're growing. They're learning not only educationally, their growth, but they're also learning and growing social-emotionally. They're finding things about themselves that they didn't know before. And it's really, really exciting. The students tend to help each other in this process, as well as the teachers help each other, because we are all just very excited at seeing the positive outcomes that we get each and every time.
Is it on the basis of these positive outcomes you've seen, Dr. Delgado, that encourages you to begin to look at a long-term plan to implement this throughout all of our court schools here at Los Angeles County Office of Education?
Definitely. We want all of our JCS students to benefit from the program. And as you know, we serve about 1,800 incarcerated and at-risk youth daily in about 13 sites countywide. So we do definitely want to see this spread. We will be the first county in the country that could do this. So that's the goal.
This is a pretty innovative program then. Do you think it's the right formula to particularly engage this population of students, which have traditionally been one of the more difficult to try to engage and try to get them involved in education programs?
Well, we think so, but the data will tell. And I think you heard some great results that Diana had mentioned with us on just the improvements so far that we've seen relative to kids who are graduating from our programs, who are testing at a much better rate. But beyond that, we're seeing a drop in referrals. The behavior of students in these camps has changed. The students themselves seem to be very enthusiastic about the program. They are able to communicate what they like about the program, and we've seen a real change in their participation in a good number of these academic programs that at one time they had no interest in. So if we continue to see that, and we see the testing measurements on the rise and graduation and students getting their GEDs and diplomas, then that'll tell us. And right now we're headed in that direction. We're seeing some great results already, so we're very pleased.
Now, Diana, you've seen firsthand what happens with RTSA because you've been there, you're, on the ground, you're right there in the classroom. And we talked a lot about making sure we have good data that shows how effective it is. But I also hear you talking about what happens with the students in a sense where they say when that light goes on in their eyes. How does that make you feel, to see that something that you're doing gets this kind of benefit for these kids?
It's an incredible feeling. We all believe in the capacity of our students. We all believe in their potential. And when you look in their eyes and you begin to see that they believe in their own capacity, that they believe in their own potential, that is like nothing else. It's worth $1 million, I guess you could say. And so that's what keeps us going. This is very hard work, honestly. It requires that teachers really prepare and investigate and research what they're going to do and devote their entire selves. But it is very, very rewarding work. And so we are all up to the task because we want to see them realize that potential.
This takes a certain amount of effort, doesn't it, Dr. Delgado? We're talking about training, really, to get our staff, our teachers, our administrators behind RTSA so they can do the kind of job that Diana's talking about.
It does, and really, the training comes after the belief system sets in. And I really have appreciated the way teachers and administrators have embraced that belief system. Without that, then the training means nothing, because you can train, go back, and if you don't believe in something, it gets put on a shelf someplace. But the belief system starts first, and then the program can be very effective.
But you've been able to kind of, because you're building on a program that you already have, it's a lot easier, isn't it, to say, it's easier to believe in it because you can say, look at what's been going on. How much effort has that taken in terms of being able to demonstrate how effective the program can be?
Sure, I think having a model that exists where people can look towards that and say, they tried this and it worked, is very helpful, especially for our teachers, our administrators, and all of our staff. What we're seeing is our staff, our teachers, they've all really become a family, helping each other and supporting each other and looking to each other for expertise. So it's a wonderful thing, being able to have a model to look towards.
Anything you'd like to add to that, Dr. Delgado?
Well, I think the Road to Success Academy is a good example of what can actually take place to scale. I think we're proving it can be done thanks to the work that Diana Velasquez is doing and all of those that are working with her team and everyone at the school. But we're seeing students respond, and for us, that's the reward. That's the payoff for us. So as we see that happen throughout the county, I think we can show that some great things are yet to come.
Well, thank you both. There's so much more we could talk about, of course, but we have come to the end of the program.